7 years ago, Sony released the PS4, an industry-leading and game-changing console. After a long wait of 7 years, we will soon have our hands on something much more powerful than any other console so far, the PS5, with only the very relevant information brought upon us by Sony. This video will be a summary of everything we know about the PS5 so far. First and foremost, the design. While most of the previous consoles are shaped as a gift box, Sony, with some engineering, designed a vertical standing console. Even though the PS5 has generations to cross to reach the Xbox Series X and its similarity in its design to a PC, Sony did a somewhat decent job in creating the design. Sure, the design looks cool, but it is not practical. The console will occupy a lot of space. With the PS4, many companies have designed space-saving ways to place your console. This may not be the same case for the PS5. Since the base of the PS5 is vertical, it would be hard finding ways to place the console on your desk. Now this may seem like a small problem, but it's definitely something you should consider when purchasing the PS5. Other than the space, Sony could also have reduced the size of the flaps that extends to the side. This is mainly because if something small, such as a pin or a piece of lead, ends up inside the flap, it would be really hard to take out as the flaps are overlooking the air vents. The small item has a chance of going inside the air vent, which will then be a hassle to remove. The PS5 DualSense controller looks a lot similar to another controller. What is this controller this internet man is talking about? The DualSense controller is a two-tone mirrored with the console. There will be the haptic feedback on the L2 and R2 keys. This means gamers will now be able to feel the tension of their actions. Luckily, the PS5 controller will now have an inbuilt microphone. No more tangling around with pesky wires and broken microphones. But now y'all gotta remember to shut down your mic before you dip in the hope of getting carried in a Fortnite slots game. Now let's just go over the specs of the PS5. The CPU of the PS5 is an AMD Zen 2 based with 8 cores at approximately 3.5 GHz, and the GPU is a 10.28 TFLOPS 36 CUs at approximately 2.23 GHz. These specs are amazing. It is impossible to build a gaming PC with these specs and price it out at a similar price of the PS5. Even though arguably a PC is a better investment as the parts can be replaced over time and there are other uses to it, it is nearly impossible to compete with the specs PS5 is offering. And just like Sony released new versions of the PS4, which is the PS4 Pro and the PS4 Slim, with updated specs, they will probably do the same with the PS5, depending on how it does in the market. Sony is already selling the PS5 Digital Edition, but that is for a later video. The SSD currently is 825 GB, which is fair for a console. Oh, the games. Some have really disappointed the inner soul within me. Did Rockstar really gotta do us like that? Release GTA 5 again and not a new Grand Theft Auto game? Well, a majority of 4,000 PS4 games will be allowed to be played on the PS5. There are some new games being released such as Madden, NFL 21, and the Lord of the Rings Gollum. And of course, a personal favorite of mine, which is Gran Turismo 7. And this is exclusively available on the PS5. Although no price for the PS5 has been released as of now, there is an estimate of around $500 to $600. In my opinion, the price will be around $550. A bit more expensive than the PS4, but this is generally due to the advancement and cost of technology rising. If Apple is trying to sell a MacBook Air for $1,000 with the i2 processor, then Sony will be generous to sell this for around $550. But then again, I'm comparing Apple with Sony. This is like comparing apples and oranges. No pun intended. The price for the PS5 will definitely be aggressive in order to compete with the Xbox being released around the same time. That's all we have for today. Stay tuned for more information regarding the PS5 and keep an eye out for the latest news to see if Sony releases any new features for us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to our channel for the latest tech updates.